Thank you so much for staying with us. Like I mentioned before we took that quick breather, Ghana is going to be hosting the 31st annual meeting of the Board of Governors of African Capacity Building Foundation on the 23rd of May 2022 at the International Conference Center. Now, the main objective of that meeting is to seek broad policy and strategic direction for the foundation, as well as discuss sustainability issues. Well, I've got with me today Mamadou Bitai. He's Executive Secretary of the Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope I got your surname right today. Okay, great. Tell us what the foundation is all about.
The African Capacity Building Foundation is an organization that has been created in 1991 by 12 African states with the support of their partners to develop capacity for economic planning, implementation of development projects in a more efficient way on the continent. Since last year, the foundation celebrated its 30th anniversary, and since then the membership has grown from 12 to 40 African member states. In between, the foundation has also been recognized as a specialized institution of the African Union, broadening its mandate to supporting also institutional capacity strengthening of the African Union Commission, of regional economic institutions as well. So the foundation is the premier capacity building partner on the continent.
Is there a reason Ghana gets to host this particular edition of the meeting?
We are always very pleased to be here in Ghana. Currently, as we speak, the chair of our Board of Governors is His Excellency, the Minister of Finance of Ghana, who is hosting us again on the margins of the African Development Bank's annual assembly. But at the same time, Ghana and Accra is home to our West and Central Africa office. So Ghana has been always giving us a good platform to implement our programs, and we are ever grateful to the government of Ghana and the people of Ghana for their hospitality.
We're glad to host you. So tell us exactly what's going to be happening at this meeting with regards to meeting your mandate.
This meeting is going to be very crucial. It's a very important meeting on the HDBF agenda because it's a moment where we exercise our accountability duty to our shareholders, the member nations. It's a moment where we provide the report of our work as a foundation and the value add we have been providing to our member states. But since I'm just taking office 2 weeks ago, it's a crucial meeting for me as well, because it's an opportunity for me to hear from the representative of the states about what the priorities are for them as we are embarking in building or charting our next 5-year strategy, which will start from 2023, which we want to be anchored on the priorities of the member states to help them actually build the capacities they need to fast track the effective implementation of important economic and social transformation in the different countries.
So our president says it's time for Africa to prosper, reduce dependence on foreign aid. And he said this at the opening of the 22nd Academy of African Business and Development Conference here in Ghana. You've said you want to hear from your member states on what they expect, what their priorities are. But let's look at what you've been doing over the years. I mean, in helping the different member states. It's good you mentioned that you've grown from 12 to over 40 now. But what has the impact of the foundation been since its existence in 91, you say?
Yeah, the foundation has brought a tremendous contribution to the African member states. First of all, in building skills building the human capital. Today, as I meet many senior officials in government, in central banks, ministries of planning, many of them are telling me that actually their doctorate studies have been supported and funded by the HDBF. So in terms of building the human capital, the talent to manage our economic transformation, the foundation has done a lot. The second, it's about institution building, because efficacy of development, transformation is really based on efficient institutions that are able to deliver. And the foundation has contributed to supporting ministries of economic planning to develop national development plans, mobilize resources, building their capacities in terms of resource mobilization. It has also supported national assemblies as well in terms of better legislation, quality legislation. It has also contributed to building other institutions that provide prospective thinking and research. Today, several think tanks that do economic analysis have been supported by the foundation. As a matter of fact, now the foundation is the hub for the African Think Tank Alliance or Association.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the impact has been big, but the story is like a best kept secret story. Obviously, it is important that we tell that story more to the African public.
So what can Africa expect from, I want to believe there's a next phase now, considering that you have even grown in numbers. That growth must definitely translate into some benefit for other African countries, those who are now coming on board. So for you, who's just recently assumed office, what's that vision you're coming with? What should we expect in the next phase of the foundation?
First of all, we ought to really build on the immense impact and value that the foundation has had. We do not do capacity building just for capacity building, but capacity building should be contributing and preparing our governments and people to tackle the big challenges that we are facing today. The impact should be felt on the average citizen. So our mandate is going to be really anchored on continuing to support member states as they implement the vision of the Agenda 2063, making the CFTA, the Continental Free Trade Agreement, a reality to boost intra-communitary trade, cross-border trade in Africa, which is actually very low compared to other regions. And obviously, the continent cannot be left back in the accelerated digitization in the world today. 70% of wealth that will be created in the next 10 years is going to be through digital platforms. Africa has to actually ride on that wave of progress to create wealth on its citizens. Okay. So basically, our mandate is going to be really anchoring more our bread and butter, which is capacity building of institutions and individuals, to actually solve and tackle the challenges of Africa's transformation.
If you can, in a minute, as we wrap up this conversation, you've mentioned how you've supported people through scholarships to go study and, come back to their home countries and impact their societies. Beyond that, how else do you support your member states?
We support in different ways. The foundation actually helps countries, first of all, assess their needs in terms of capacity development in general. Second, we support in building capacity development plans that are issue-based. For instance, today, one of the big programs that we have is strengthening the institutional capacities of states in regards to actually science. Another program is in regards to climate change, how Africa can have an understanding of the impacts, have a point of view, have a strong point of view in the COP, in the concept of nations, in particular the upcoming COP27 to be hosted in Egypt, and also advance its agenda and not always actually follow what the international agenda is. So those are very concrete ways that the foundation is helping nations.
I appreciate your time here, sir. Mahmoud Batai is the Executive Secretary of the African Capacity Building Foundation, and we've just been talking about the 31st Annual General Meeting, which will be happening here in Ghana on the 23rd of May. Thank you so much again. We wish you all the best. So you're watching the AM show, and quickly we'll be taking your comments. It's good we had Mr. Mahmoudi here, because today we've been discussing the Africa Beyond Aid agenda, Ghana Beyond Aid, and we've been asking you how you think we can make this realistic for us as Ghanaians and Africans. And I'll be coming to take your thoughts quickly right after this.